All right, you coffee addicts, we got something a little bit different here. It's for, workplaces. It's for somewhere where you want a warm cup for a long time. You don't want to remake it all the time. This is a 12 cup with a steel carafe. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know what this was called, but apparently it's a carafe. A carafe. I'm going to take off this sticker. Now this is supposed to keep your coffee warm for 2-ish plus hours, like at optimal temperature, optimal. There's a few things we have to do to make that happen. First, I want to take you a little walk through it. This is from Black+Decker. It's the 12 cup thermal programmable. So you can also program this to make your coffee in the morning. Let's do a little walkthrough so I can show you all the pieces that come with it. And then let's make a pot and let's see if it actually lasts for 2 hours, maybe an hour, because I don't know if I want to wait 2. But let's check out the process itself. All right, so here is the main machine. You can see right here we have our timer. So that's where we can set the current time. We can also set our auto program and we can select our strength and stuff like that. This also makes 1 to 4 cup batches as well. Now, otherwise this machine is pretty bare bones. It's actually mostly plastic. It feels like a very cheap plastic too, but I mean, does the outside matter as much? The one thing I don't like right off the bat is you're gonna notice, look at all my fingerprints, right? Everything shows on it because it's that shiny plastic material instead of a mat. Now this is a 12 cup. You fill it up through the top. You can put in a reusable, or you can use these temporary, these throwaway filters. Okay, this whole part comes out, and then we just fill up our water right there. It's very straightforward. Now, as for the carafe, or the coffee mug, I don't know, whatever we call it, the coffee pot, that's what I was thinking of. It has a locking mechanism, so it does just unlock really simple, and then we lock it back into place really easy. This is actually really well made. The handle is still plastic, but that obviously works because you don't want to be able to burn yourself, and everything else is like a really insulated thermal stainless steel. So I think all that's left is let's make ourselves some coffee. Okay, so the first step is actually a little bit different. Yes, we can use this to fill up our coffee pot, but before we do that, what you actually want to do is you want to fill this up with hot water. Now, the reason for this is you want this a little bit warm before you start putting your coffee in. That way, it's kind of like pre-prepped, and that's going to help your coffee last longer. You don't have to do this, but if you want the full effect, we have to pre-fill it up, make sure your water is hot, and we're basically just going to make this coffee pot hot. That's the easiest way to put it. And we're also going to fill it up and put it inside our coffee machine at the same time. So it kind of double acts. Fill it up to there, hot water, swish it around a little bit. And I'm going to use the same water just right inside the coffee pot. Okay, so I put in 6 cups, and I want to do the 1 to 4 cup option because I don't need a full pot. So I'm doing the 1 to 4 cup option. So I want around 5 tablespoons of coffee grinds. I find that's the perfect amount for 4 cups. Do like 4 heaping scoops. I think that's good. So now we can just close it up, and this is really how simple it is. We can close it, boom. We got our carafe in, we pre-warmed it, which is perfect. And now we can go the 1 to 4 option button right here. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on right there, perfect. And now we can go ahead and select our button there, and we should be good to go. So we're gonna let this run, and we're gonna come back when it's done and see how well it's worked so far. All right, so it is all done brewing. I mean, the only thing left to check out is what the temperature is now, and we will come back in probably roughly an hour to see where the temperature's at. I got a little temp gauge right here. So let's pour ourselves a nice little cup here. This is supposed to be a non-spill, by the way. Now you do have to move it to unlock. That should unlock the carafe, I believe. And now we should be able to pour. Okay, there we go. I had that on the wrong way. So we're gonna fill it to about there. And now we can keep it locked. So it actually has a nice little thumb button, and that's how you release the coffee. That kind of opens it up. Let's put it back in. Ooh, okay, let's take the temperature. So it's important to see what the temperature is at now, obviously, and we're gonna check it in an hour. So right now, it looks like we're sitting at 140 degrees Fahrenheit, roughly. I'll show that to you guys, it probably went off. 140 degrees Fahrenheit though. Let's come back in a little bit. We'll check out our old one, we'll check out our new one, and we will see how well this actually holds in heat. Okay, it's been roughly an hour, so that means we gotta pour a little bit more here, and we have to check what our heat is at. Now the first good part is we can see that steam coming out. So I'm gonna say it's roughly the exact same heat, if not a little bit less, but let's give it a try. We were at roughly 140 before. And here it's actually reading 143. Now let's go ahead and check our old one that was poured roughly under an hour ago. Let's check it out. So this is down to like 106. So not quite room temperature, but still a little warm. So this clearly works pretty well. It's holding the heat well, and it's allowing you to keep a fresh pot of coffee without using a bottom element for quite a long time to come.